had all the checklist items, platinum records and the big life of an entertainment industry executive. And when I got to that mountaintop, I had never felt more empty in my entire life. It was very clear to me that that was not the thing that was going to fulfill me. And through a series of events, alcoholism absolutely overtook my life and derailed my career. And I had a very hyper bout with alcoholism. And 15 years sober now.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. I have someone here today who I'm super excited about. Man, this guy to put these two words together: uncommon hospitality. How many times do you hear that, right? But that's what he strives to do. And him and his team, they want to give uncommon hospitality. Another word this guy used that I absolutely love: communication. He values communication. And so I am truly excited for you guys to get a chance to peek through the lens of Mr. David Christensen. Sir, how you doing today?
Oh, my friend, I'm doing great. Thank you for that kind intro. Really, really nice to talk to you. Looking forward to
Absolutely.
it.
People don't know, but you listen, you gave me a kind intro. I mean, as soon as you and I started talking, I was like, okay,
I meant it. Yeah.
This is my type of guy right here. And so I'll tell you right now, man, I already appreciate your presence. I'm excited about our listeners being able to peek through your lens, through your perspective. I already love your perspective, and I'm sure they're going to love your perspective. And so, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of want to dive in. I want
Sure.
you to let us know, what are you mainly focused on these days? What markets are you operating in? Even if you want to give us a quick, run down memory lane and kind of how you got started. But I just want them to hear from you, man. Take us into your world, Mr. David.
Yeah, my pleasure. I think I will give you a little rundown memory lane because I think it kind of sets up as to why I'm here and why I believe what I believe. So I grew up in a small town in New Hampshire, 6,000 kids and, very rural. And I had dreams of making it big in the music industry. So I literally moved out to Los Angeles with $700, beat up car and tried to make it in the business. And I was very blessed, and I had a very successful career in the entertainment industry in Los Angeles for about 20 years before I got into real estate. And it was really a lot of those skill sets that I learned at that time, which was communication, storytelling. How do we create a narrative for, what that artistry was, whether it was a record or a movie or a TV show. We were trying to find something special and significant about that and to find an audience for it. And when I shifted into real estate about a decade ago, I thought those two worlds really are very, very similar, right? At the end of the day, we're trying to figure out what this seller or buyer needs. We're trying to tell that story, especially when we're listing a home, right? We're trying to figure out what's special about this particular house and how do we get an audience to feel connected to it. And then how do we create a marketplace for it that's competitive? And so I really just kind of aligned those skill sets. And I think that's worked really well for me in the real estate industry. And it really does fuel a lot of my thought processes and how I see the world,
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Absolutely. No, I absolutely love it. You say so many words that really ignite me, like the word storytelling. Kobe Bryant, before he passed away, he was on the Lewis Howes podcast, and he says, nothing in this world moves without story.
100%.
Nothing. There's a story behind everything. The computers that we're using, there's a story behind it. Within your computer, somebody might have put just a little hint of remembrance to say, "Hey, I worked on this computer." There's so
Yeah.
many different things that happen around us, and they are driven by story. And so, I absolutely love the fact that you wanted to tell your story. Absolutely love the fact that that storytelling translated from the music business into real estate. And so, I guess my question is, what keeps the machine that you have now running smoothly, the way you serve your clients, the things that you do, what keeps you continuing to be motivated and passionate and running smoothly towards the goal?
Great question. I think again, it goes back to the big picture, right? I think all of us, as corny as this sounds, right? We need to have our why. We need to have our why that motivates us to get up in the morning. I mean, again, at the end of the day, we all have these societal benchmarks that, everybody has, the desire to chase to some point, the house, the car, the bank account. But again, to stay focused as an entrepreneur and to really provide excellent service over a long period of time, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You have to have some type of bigger why. And so I'm always focused on, well, what is the reason that I'm doing this? Certainly there's the family and the friends and the legacy you want to build. But I think as I've gotten older and kind of longer in my career, I really want to help. I really want to give back. I mean, it's been a big part of this last couple of years of my life in terms of mentorship and how we build the team that we build and being, I'm happy to say I'm 57 years old. I've done this for a while. And I love meeting young people. I love meeting people that are just trying to figure it out or that are at a second stage in their career. Maybe they had a totally, entirely different life up until they were 35, and now they're trying to reinvent themselves. And that ability to share that is really a passion. So I think that's one. And two, what do we do to make it work? Again, it comes down to that word communication and listening, right? If we don't understand what that buyer or that seller or that customer wants, regardless of what field you're in, right? Whether you're selling mutual stocks or you're selling, homes, you got to know what is important to them. And it's the same thing with my team members. What makes them tick and what can I do to help them feel supported and nourished and that they have the tools that they need to go out and do a great job.
Absolutely. Now, Mr. David, you said it. What's your why? I've said this on other podcasts, and I'm gonna say it. I think you're gonna love it. When I was at a crossroad in my life, I heard somebody say, "When you know who you are, you know what to do."
Mm.
And so, when you
Oh,
know your why, it's very easy to say hell yes or hell no in any situation that you're in.
yeah.
When you know who you are, you know what your motivation is, you know what your purpose is, you know what your driving force is, you know what systems you have in place. Like when you are in line with who you are, you know how to move forward. And so you're absolutely right. Knowing your why is everything.
Mm.
And then you hit on communication. We talked about the word being curious. When you're curious, you're
Love
always
that word.
communicating when you're
Yeah.
curious,
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I love it, man. And so you've been in the music business, you're in real estate, you've been doing this for 9 years, 57, wonderful 50s, young 57 years old.
We hope.
So
Yeah.
yeah, no, man, no, absolutely, man. Your spirit, your energy is, yeah, man. You'll be doing this for a long time, as long as you want to. But I guess my question is, I'm sure you have experience. You've been around for a while. You've seen a lot of things. And so when I do podcasts, I don't just want to talk about the success. I want to talk about the journey of how we got to the success.
Mhm.
And so there are times when we have to pivot, right? Times when deals go wrong, times when, things just is not going the way we expect and we have to pivot fast. Mr. Dave, you have any story like that maybe you can share with our audience? Because they're facing some hard times right now
Sure.
and they're like, I got to keep going. And I think a little motivation may help them out.
100%. And this is one of the reasons I do these podcasts. I made a very clear decision this year that I was going to be very transparent about a part of my life that I thought might be helpful to people. So
Mm.
when I lived in Los Angeles, I was very blessed with a very successful career.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I had all the checklist items, platinum records and the big
Mm.
life of an entertainment industry executive. And when I got to that mountaintop, I had never felt more empty in my entire
Mm.
life. It was very clear to me that that was not the thing that was going to fulfill me. And through a series of events, alcoholism absolutely overtook my life and derailed my career. And I had a very hyper bout with alcoholism, and 15 years sober now. And
Mm.
that sobriety, thanks, my friend. But that
Absolutely.
sobriety is what crystallized what my why was, and it's what crystallized how I was going to run my business differently in real estate. And it literally brings every bit of my focus is through the lens of somebody who had everything you could ever dream of on paper and felt as hollow could be, and went through that dark hallway of drugs and alcohol and came out the other side. And so, when you talk about how do we reinvent ourselves, or how do we get to the other side if we're going through a struggle, I lived that in a very painful way. And things that I try to tell people all the time is, and I know it can sound cliche, um, but if you believe that you have a worth, even if it's just a minuscule of worth, enough of a little
Mm.
grain of sand that you can hold your focus on for a little bit and get 1 day to 2 days to 3 days, there is absolutely light at the end of the tunnel. And I try to, in every relationship that I have. And again, many people are blessed with not having these catastrophic challenges. Their challenges may be more manageable, but the spirit is the same, right?
Oof.
Believing that you can see yourself beyond that challenge, believing you can see yourself to the other side, and that you have value and worth to be successful and get better. And so, a long-winded way of saying that I totally know that dark side of those journeys, and I really try to bring that spirit when I'm talking to people trying to figure out that next chapter of their lives.
Absolutely. No, Mr. David, not long-winded at all. Thank you, man. Thank you for the gift of your vulnerability. Thank you for sharing that. Again, so many different people listen from different perspectives in their journey, different places in their journey. And so, sir, thank you for your journey, man. Thank you for your perseverance. Thank you for coming through and pushing through and finding the value in yourself. And because you find the value in yourself, you're able here to give and add so much value to everyone that's listening. And so, thank you so much.
My pleasure. My
Now
pleasure.
listen, you're a great storyteller, and so I'm gonna do a callback. In the
Yeah.
industry, Stephanie,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
a callback
Comedian
is.
callback. I know a
Yeah,
callback.
exactly. You win it, so you win it. I
I
love a
know a
good
callback.
callback, man. Exactly. So I'm a callback Y2K, man. You
Oh,
and I, we,
all
we've
right.
been around. I'm 40. I'm gonna be 44 this year, and so we've both been around for a little while,
We've been
and
around a
so
little bit. Yeah.
a little bit, right? And I can't remember how it came up. I think it came up because we was talking about. I think we was talking about like facing our fears
Yeah.
moving forward, right? And
Yeah.
how things are forever changing. But
Yeah.
even though they're changing, we can't be scared. We can embrace the change, and
Yeah.
actually, the change can become normalcy in a
Yeah.
sense.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Once you
Yeah.
learn how to deal with it, not be scared of it.
Yes.
And so we started talking about
Well,
Y2K
fears.
when everybody was scared. Yep, fears of Y2K. You said you had a Y2K story, man. So I wanted to pause
All
right
right.
here before I
All
move
right.
forward and get this call back, man, and see if you wanted to plant that story in this podcast, man.
All right. So here's my Y2K story. So when I was in the music
Yeah.
business, I had a client that was engaged to Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis's daughter. And
Mm.
we had the blessing of becoming friendly and spending a lot of time together over a couple year period as they were together and we were working on these records. And she had this beautiful house up in Calabasas. And so we decided that we were going to have New Year's Eve up at her big house. She was going to have a party and, a classic New Year's Eve celebration, right? So we have this party. We've all retired back to the big master primary bedroom suite to watch the ball drop on this big television in her room. And there's maybe 15 or 20 of us, and we're watching the ball drop. And all of a sudden, and it was, the eve of Y2K, and we were all a little nervous. What's going to happen, right? So the ball drops, it hits, midnight, and every single light in her house and her entire compound go off. She had a very large compound and ranch and whatever. Every single light goes off. And we're like, oh my God, it's like legit. It's Armageddon.
Right.
This has happened. And so for like 2 or 3 minutes, we're all like trying to find, flashlights on our phones and figure out what's going on. Or do we call 911? Is there a meteor hitting the earth,
Oh my
And all of a
goodness.
sudden we hear Lisa just pee in her pants,
Are you
laughing in
serious?
the corner. And what she had done was had her security team pull the master breaker to the whole compound to turn the lights off right at midnight. And
Oh man.
so she turned them back on and we all laughed. But there was a 2 or 3 minute period where I'm like, oh wow, this is it. Like the world is legit coming to an end.
Now
So
listen,
that's my story.
now listen, we say 2 or 3 minutes, and in our minds, 2 and 3 minutes is not a long time, but putting ourselves in your shoes,
Yeah.
those 2 or 3 minutes had to be long and felt long as I don't know what.
It
It
definitely
had
felt
to.
long, and we gave her a lot of crap because she
I'm
held it
sure.
together for 2 to 3 minutes. Like, she played it, and we were like, "Holy sh what are we
Wow.
gonna do?"
Yeah, yeah.
So, that
No,
was
man,
a fun one.
what a story, man. I'm so glad we had to add that quick call back, man. That's what an
Yeah,
amazing story,
yeah.
man. I appreciate you sharing.
My pleasure.
Um, Yes, man. So listen, man, what are your next real goals when it comes to real estate? What are you focused on scaling next? Like what's the next steps for you, Mr. David?
Yeah. So we've really made a shift into luxury over the last couple of years. So we're focusing a lot in the luxury space. I'm personally licensed in New Hampshire, Mass, Maine, and South Carolina. So that's where I handle my personal deals. But
Yeah,
we've brought in over 100 agents nationwide to our group. And so we've got a lot of kind of relationships there. We've had a really fun project this year. I don't know if you were a fan of Breaking Bad or you watched that television show at all, but
absolutely.
we listed the Breaking Bad house, Walter White's house, for sale. And so that got us a lot of media attention this year and has been a really fun project. And that was based out of Albuquerque. So one of my agents in Albuquerque was handling that. And we're just about to launch a sports and entertainment division that's going to be announced next month in Miami. And we're excited about that, again, just to provide that next level of white glove service and discretionary service to a very elite, clientele that demands that. And we're excited about how that's going to look. And, again, on more of a personal scale, I'm really focused on communicating with people. We have a charity called um, Property with a Purpose, or purchase. I'm sorry,
Beautiful.
purchase. I'm totally blanking on this. We'll have to we'll have
Gotcha.
to keep this. Um,
Okay.
that we're basically giving 10% of all our earnings to a charity that we've put together that we're really, really excited about. And so that's been a real kind of game changer for us. So it's been a great, great year. We're excited about it.
I love it, man. This is awesome. Like, I love talking to you, man. You sound so much like a people person, so much like a
Yeah.
connector. I tell people all the time, my purpose, I feel like is to unite, is to connect. And my passion to do that is through storytelling. That's the
Yeah.
vehicle that I love to
Yeah.
use through. And so I said that because I want to talk about relationships for a little bit, because it sounds like, you value relationships, and it sounds like you understand how relationships is valued in our everyday
100%.
life, whether it's being business, whether it being personal. So I guess I'll ask a question like this. When it comes to building relationships and growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
I, I think authenticity. I think people are very, very savvy. And I think a
Mm,
lot of times entrepreneurs or networking people forget the fact that if you're not leading with authenticity, if you're not leading with how can I actually serve this person first, it's just a red flag to people. And I think if I
mhm,
look at every relationship that I've built, and if I look at the 5 core relationships that I built 20, 30 years ago that have spawned millions and millions of dollars and many, many substantial relationships over the years. They were built because they were authentic, they were real, they were reciprocal, right?
yeah.
They were never one off. It was never about what can I get from this person. And I think um, it's more of a long game, it's more of a marathon. But I try to tell, people that I mentor, never walk into a situation thinking about what can I get from this situation. Walk into a situation thinking about how can I be of service in this situation. And if you're the guy or the girl that's of service, your mind will be blown how quickly people flock to you. Right? It's
Mm,
just natural energy. It's the law of attraction. If somebody knows that guy's authentic and I know if I've got a problem, he's got a good answer or he'll help me find the answer, you will be amazed how quickly your network goes, and grows.
mhm. Nah, you are 110% correct. When we have the attitude of service, serving people. And I'm not talking about, being a doormat, and I'm not talking about you can't make
No.
profit. But when you know at your core what you're doing is a great service to people, like you said, that's the ultimate, lead generator. That's the ultimate really sustainable business to build on, is when
Yeah.
you authentically serve people, when you're making a difference in somebody's life. And so you are 100% correct, Mr. David. I couldn't agree with you more. Could not
Yeah,
agree with you more,
and
sir.
just to call back to that charity because my mind is now woken up. It's Purchase with a Purpose. We've had it for about a year.
Yes.
Purchase with a Purpose, and we're really proud of that.
Thank you. I'm so glad that came back to you, man. Absolutely. And speaking of, I mean, this is a perfect time, man. We talked about purchase with a purpose. Listen, before we wrap, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you, sir?
Best way through my website, davidchristensen.com. It's got my direct mobile, my direct email. I love to communicate and talk to people, super approachable. You're not going to go through an assistant or a voicemail. Like you call and we'll connect. And, and there's a lot of information about what we do and different ways we can be of service. And I would love to talk to anybody who'd like to talk.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, sir, I appreciate you so much, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your story. You are an amazing storyteller. I appreciate your perspective. This has been absolutely wonderful. And so thank you so much for stopping by and just and showing so much value and giving us so much value through your presence. I appreciate you.
Well, you're so welcome. And I truly mean what I said at the beginning of the program. Your audience is very, very blessed to have you. You've got a phenomenal energy and a really good warmth about you. And I was honored to be on the program. So thank you.
Appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Well, y'all heard it. Y'all heard the man. I'm a superstar. I'm the man. Come
Here
back
we
and
go.
see me again. No, let me stop. Listen, what I do want to be serious about, we do want you to come back. So please make sure you're subscribed. We're going to continue to bring valuable people who have valuable stories, valuable experience. So, Mr. David, I thank you again for being here. And everyone else, we will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.